guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified on our new videos. And today we are going to talk about ways of resolving family conflicts, and I have a guest here with me, and I'll give him time to introduce himself. Welcome.
Okay, thank you very much for giving me this particular time, and I want to thank you for bringing me here into this particular show where we are trying to talk about issues within our relationship. Thank you very much.
Welcome. So now that you have dealt with these relationship issues, maybe within families or societies, I know you have a lot of experience. And so, what are the types of? Are there types of these family conflicts?
Yeah, when we come to issues to do with the relationship,
Yes.
we always have several types of conflict. Actually, we have got as many as possible, but I am going only to highlight some of the few types that we have.
Yes.
And the first one is all about money. Money is the first conflict. Money is the first type of conflict that I'm going to talk about. And when it comes to the issues of money, in a relationship whereby there is no money or there is less money, the issue of budget becomes like a pandemic. And along the way, the family will disagree. And for example, when you have maybe a lady who is seeing you as a liability, seeing you as you are unable to provide for her, she will decide or she will try to look for ways, look for another man who is having money and is ready to provide for her. Within the long run, this relationship is not going.
So you mean without money, then the relationship
Yeah,
will not
but you
run
cannot
smoothly.
live. You cannot live in the world where you don't have money. Because money is everything. Tell me the truth. Money is everything. So for a relationship to work well, there must be money. Money is the oil that is being used to lubricate the wheel of that love, the wheel of that relationship. So without money, there is a problem. Another thing maybe something to do with the family, something to do with the family business. There is always wrangles when it comes to family business. Because this is where maybe the new couple tend to come up with the family business. But it reaches a point whereby even the management itself, the lady prefers so and so to be the manager or to be employed there. The man also prefers a certain type of people to be employed there.
Yes.
It becomes a situation whereby a lady will prefer another man to be employed there. And the same time, the man will be another lady to be employed there. Then within the long run, things are not adding up. Maybe the issues of promiscuity, the issues of maybe the man is having a relationship with the person who is employed there, or the woman is having a relationship with the man he brought there, become an issue. Another thing is something to do with the in-law related activities. And when I talk of in-law related activities, we always have got the nuclear and the extended families. So the problem normally comes in, especially with the extended families. Maybe mtoto wa dadako ama mtoto wa sijui nani. Though along the pedigree, the historical line, you are related, maybe babu zenyu or your grandfathers,
Yes.
they are what? They are the same. You are sharing one grandfather or you are sharing one grandmother. When you try to follow that, that is not your immediate family. Along the way, this particular person maybe you have brought her in your place and she is now living with you there, then sometimes things doesn't add up. So with family, the in-laws normally brings a lot of issues in a situation like that. We also have something to do with the family event. Family event is always a source of conflict within our relationship. One thing, for example, we are having several events maybe within a family. We can have a wedding event. Maybe the man doesn't want the wedding and the woman wants one. Like, for example, me personally, I might say I don't want what? I don't want wedding. Because I tend to look at that money being put there, not even being expensive, but that money being put there is sometimes kind of waste of resources, and that's something that maybe I can use to invest it somewhere else. Unlike you who wants it, so
you mean ladies want
yeah, most of the time you will get ladies. Most of the time you will get ladies who want events like that.
Yes.
Most of the time you'll get ladies who want event like that. Most of the time you'll get ladies wants events like that. So issue like that always bring a lot of problems. There is also another thing here to do with the sibling rivalry within the relationship. Watoto huwa wanaleta problem nyingi sana. Maybe the one kid will maybe look at you. There is this preference normally parents normally have when it comes to the children. You'll get a father loves one person more than the other. You'll get maybe a mother loves another person more than the other. So when these two siblings, or when it reaches maybe the day of sport, you have got kids, and maybe the father decided to give one of his daughter maybe pocket money, and the other one he fails to provide. Now you see, that kind of mentality will make these kids, these children, to hate themselves. So along the way, the argument will spring in, and the moment there is that particular argument, even these parents, the parents themselves will start accusing each other that it is now you who gave maybe Doreen money and you failed to give Faith money, and that's why they are fighting. It is you who decided to buy for this one chocolate and you refused to buy for this one anything. That's why they are fighting. They are fighting because they are fighting for their what? For their presence in that particular house. And they are fighting because you have brought that kind of enmity between them. So that is also something that is bringing a lot of issue, and it normally brings a lot of conflict within a relationship. Another thing that we also need to know, which is also another type, is the issue of the stepdad, stepson, or stepchild conflict. It normally happens very, very well. You get a situation whereby maybe a man gets marries a single mom, and along the way maybe the daughter or the son of the single mom disrespect the what? The stepdad. Or on the other way around, you will realize that a single dad marries a lady there, or marries another wife. And this particular wife now will do what? Will tend to dislike the son of this man, or the child of this man. So that conflict will continue. And that's why sometimes you look for an immediate way to solve such kind of problems. There is also another thing, something that you need to know is maybe to do with the divorced parents conflict. Divorced parents conflict, that is something that everyone normally talk about it, and it brings a lot of issues within the relationship. Because when you take a look at, for example, the people that have divorced, they will have conflict almost every day. One is running to court because they want to divide the resources. One is maybe trying to say that we cannot divide these resources because I bought them before I got you. The other one is saying you have wasted my time, all this, so the resources we have made all through, we have to divide. Or assume you had a car. Now there is no way you can divide this car. The only thing is this car to be sold so that you divide it in between. And now the man has to refuse. The woman now wants this. And that's along the way, there is now bad blood. And this bad blood might even affect almost everything. And by then, the issues of divorce sometimes can even lead to death. So it is not as simple as we may think of. Yeah. Those are some of the few actually, but we still have got many, many. But for the case of now, those are some of the major highlights that we want to talk about.
So, concerning on that, what are the strategies in resolving these conflicts?
Yeah, we have actually we have strategies. We have strategies in almost everything. So when you talk of strategies, these are something like management skills, the management styles that we normally use in order to solve the family conflicts. The first one I can just talk about the eliminating what? Eliminating. We are having the eliminating style, where now you want to use every possible means to just to remove that conflict to go away. Yeah. Yeah. For example, you can have an issue of maybe lack of money. And if the lack of money is the one that brings a lot of problems in your relationship, you can even take loan. Then you just eliminate the issue of what? Lack of money. We have something like accommodating. Accommodating style is whereby now all of the two of you, now you will just accept this particular one. You will just accept that particular problem that is now part and parcel of your life.
Yes.
Then after accommodating it, you will just now try to go on. Another thing here that you need to know is something to do with the compromising.
Yes.
Yeah, we also have the compromising style. Compromising style is whereby actually you are coming up with an issue, maybe to make it an effective way, in such a way that when we talk of compromising, you are not going to get the exact result. No one here is going to get satisfied with the outcome. But all in all, you want to do what? You want to end the conflict. A good example, for example, is the issue of the stepdad and stepmom conflict. That is where maybe the man might decide, let me just do it. The man might decide, let me take my son. The man might decide, let me take my son to live with my sister somewhere. And by taking your son to live with your sister somewhere, you realize that you are going now to avoid this conflict because your wife, the new wife, will never fight your son there. But you know, when you take a look at, for example, you take a look at this man, this woman here, she will also regret because along the way, maybe there is a time this son was also helping, like maybe with the house was in the house. Maybe the son was being sent to bring maybe something from the store, also. So she will end up doing all the work, everything there alone. And now she's not satisfied actually, but the conflict has ended. We are having something to do with the avoiding style. Avoiding style is where you have just agreed that there is something like that. But now, because you don't just want to get immersed in such kind of problem, you just assume it. Unaachana nayo kabisa. If, for example, if Patrick is promiscuous, you just tell yourself, I pray to God one day Patrick will become a good person. Yani you're just trying to avoid such a thing. You're just trying to avoid such a thing. Another thing is that you need to know is the collaborating style. To collaborate. Collaborate is whereby now the all of you comes together. Look for a formidable way to solve such kind of conflict. And there, you now try now to accommodate each other. You try to bring almost all the aspects of the resources, all the tools that you can use to solve that kind of problem. And actually the last one is all about the competing style. We always have the competition. This is where if Patrick is cheating on you, you also want to cheat on him so that you become equal. Are you getting it? So you will feel satisfied because you are also cheating the same way Patrick cheated. If I've eaten, if maybe I've eaten samaki today and I never gave you, then you bring about an issue I just ate alone. You will also go to the restaurant and eat the same fish so that we become equal. So that is now the competing kind of what. But actually it is always dangerous because as far as you are seeing yourself also doing the same thing as your partner, it doesn't make sense within the long run because it might lead to other issues like HIV and AIDS. It can bring HIV and AIDS and all other things. So those are some of the styles. Those are some of the styles that actually we need to know while trying to solve this kind of what particular problems.
And what are the key or major ways of resolving these conflicts?
What?
Major ways of solving these conflicts.
Yeah, major ways. We have got major ways. Yeah, or the key or the fundamental ways in solving these kind of problems. And the major ways, these are some of the things that we have to actually put into account before even we start solving the problem. The first thing you need to know is you're supposed to be hard. You're supposed to be hard on the problem and not the person. Being hard on the problem is, for example, you are not supposed to tell, for example, you are not supposed to tell me, I'm not supposed maybe to being hard on you, maybe by even beating you or doing this, but I'm supposed to concentrate. The point here is that I'm only supposed to concentrate on the mistake you have done, or on this thing that is now creating an issue within this particular family. So that's where I'm supposed to be hard on. Like if it is the issue of money that is bringing problem, then we are not supposed to argue because of money. I'm not supposed to smack on you. I'm not supposed even to insult you because of money. We are supposed to do this. We are supposed to look for ways in which we can make this money. We need to look for ways that we need to make money. Another thing here is that you are supposed to understand that acknowledging and listening are not the what? Is not the same as obeying. When you acknowledge something or when you are listening, it's not the same as what? Obeying. What I mean here is that you are supposed to obey something. Because like right now, while I'm talking, you are listening and trying to acknowledge everything that I'm saying. Perhaps you are not even sure if you are going to obey what I'm saying. You are not even sure. So what I'm trying to say is that when you acknowledge something or when you are listening to something, it is not always sure that we are what? That you are obeying. An impact must come through what? Through the obedience. And this is now where the respect also comes in. That is where the respect comes in. And something also is that we should include a conversation. We should have a dialogue. Life is all about a dialogue. Life is not about maybe fighting, that you have to slap someone, you have to do this. No. One major way of solving or of resolving a conflict is through dialogue. Kana mtu chini. Sit properly with that person. Then start talking about the mistake that you people are undergoing. And the last major way here is all about being easy to talk to. There are kind of people in this world who they have done a mistake, but these particular people, they will never agree they have done a mistake. You'll ask them that particular mistake that is bringing up that particular conflict within that particular family, but instead of listening or instead of trying to obey whatever you are saying, they will also try to invoke you, try to be provocative, try to be even insulting. They will be even shouting at the top of their lungs. Then you are like, oh, are we even going to solve this? Because one person is now shouting. Actually, you just wonder what might be the problem. And you know, for example, in African ways, a woman shouts to a man will bring a lot of slack. And that's not the way that we actually want ourselves to go to. Yeah, so those are some of the major ways that actually we need to take a look at while trying to resolve a family conflict.
Thank you for watching. Continue subscribing if you are new here, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when we post another video. And yeah, bye.